Welcome back to Candidately's What's Next user conference. In this next track, you will hear from Candidately customers and learn how to use the product. My next guest is Principal Consultant from NES Faircroft, Ayden. Thank you so much, Ayden, for your time today. I'm excited
You're
to hear
welcome.
more about your experience with Candidate. Thank you so much. Yeah, awesome. Before we dive into a few questions, Ayden, tell us a little bit about yourself, your role at the business, and also about NES.
Yeah, amazing. So NES Faircroft, we're a global workforce solutions business. We have over 45 offices in 100 countries and about 1,800 dedicated staff. We service the technical industries, so that's energy, life sciences, and major infrastructure projects. I'm a principal consultant based in London, working within the permanent team. But prior to that, I was in our Middle East office in Dubai, where I was in the contract team. So I've seen both sides.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. Super helpful. And let's start. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what led you to try Candidately. I know some other team members have been using it on the NES team already, and then you heard about it. So what was your thinking when you first heard about the product? What were the use cases that you tried out?
Yeah, so we found there was a big gap between our major clients that had an established ATS and then our other clients that didn't have anything in place. We were using emails to submit CVs and things could just get lost. So we needed something that kind of bridged that gap. And when we saw Candidately, it seemed to fit that perfectly. So we trialed it out with a few of our more startup customers where they didn't have any kind of infrastructure in place, where they could record all the CV submission data and have it to access at a future point. And that's where it worked really well. And we started rolling it out to similar sized businesses from there.
Cool. Perfect. And maybe when we are talking about customers, when we started the business, obviously my fear was always how will your clients react to it? How will, the change process on from sending emails to like having a portal go? What did you hear from your existing clients? Were there any pushback on using the product, or was there some specific feedback that you can share with us maybe?
I think everyone's quite open to new technology, and I think everyone was really receptive to it. And the ability to use the magic link means you can still integrate it into emails where needed. And also using the magic link, you can put it into reports, you can send it in documents as well. So really, if a customer did have a bit of a concern, you can still use that magic link to make it work. So no, we didn't find any pushback at all.
Perfect. And from working with your team, are there any specific features that you really like or features that you would also like to see in the future on the roadmap?
Yeah, I think with the marketing list was a particularly strong one. So because a large part of our business is contract and we have, I think, 25,000 contractors working at any one time, it allows us to actually market those a lot better. So keeping contractors that we have on our books and retain them by sharing on the marketing list, it's a lot more of a clean and professional way to approach our existing customers, saying, here's our contract workforce that's potentially ending in the next 30 days. Do you have any need for them? And it's just a much cleaner and efficient process. So that was probably one of the best benefits, but also the general CV submission. Placing that, I think the fact that they can provide their direct feedback and it can be shared amongst their hiring team as well. And it gives us access to who's seeing what, who's spending time seeing it. So yeah, I think the marketing list and of course just the pure CV sends are the best features. In terms of anything new, maybe an element of reporting that we could kind of come back and show, right, here's the amount of people we sent, here's hit rates. I think we can do that already with Bullhorn, but maybe if there's something within Candidately as well, that could help.
Yeah, absolutely. And we heard that already today from our product roadmap. That's one of the major features that we'll be focusing on this year. I get it in conversations with a lot of prospects and customers that showing KPIs to your clients, how you're performing, but also how they're performing in terms of feedback, how fast they give you feedback, how many submissions you've made, what's the ratios between submissions and placements. All of that is super important to drive the conversation with the customer. So that's definitely going to be available on the Candidately side this year as well. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ayden, for your time today. That's super helpful. I hope everybody had great insights from the use case that you have with Candidately. Yeah, appreciate it.
No worries, thanks for having me.
And yeah, next on we'll have Daniel for another conversation. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Ayden.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye bye.